Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about Aenar Targaryen, one of the most important figures in the history of Westeros. Aenar was a dragonlord of the old Valyrian freehold, and he was the father of Daenerys the Dreamer and Gaemon the Glorious. Aenar is best known for his decision to move the Targaryen family to Dragonstone 12 years before the doom of Valyria, which resulted in the Targaryens being the only family of dragonlords to survive the destruction of old Valyria. Aenar was a wise and shrewd leader, and he was also a powerful dragonlord. He was the master of Balerion the Black Dread, one of the largest and most powerful dragons in history. Aenar used his power and wisdom to help the Targaryens establish themselves in Westeros, and he laid the foundation for the Targaryen dynasty that would rule the Seven Kingdoms for centuries. Now, I know what you're thinking. Aenar Targaryen? Who the hell is that? Well, Aenar Targaryen is a pretty big deal. He's the guy who saved the Targaryen family from extinction. Without Aenar, there would be no Daenerys Targaryen, no Jon Snow, and no Game of Thrones. So yeah, Aenar Targaryen is a pretty important guy. But he's also kind of a dork. I mean, come on. He's a dragonlord who believes in dreams. He's the kind of guy who would wear a cape and carry a sword, even though he doesn't need either one. But that's what makes Aenar Targaryen so great. He's not afraid to be himself, even if he is a little bit weird. So let's raise a glass to Aenar Targaryen, the dork who saved the Targaryen dynasty. May he rest in peace. But seriously, Aenar Targaryen was a pretty amazing guy. He was a wise leader, a powerful warrior, and a true visionary. He saw the danger that was coming to Valyria, and he took steps to protect his family and his legacy. Aenar Targaryen is a role model for all of us. He shows us that it's possible to be both wise and courageous, even in the face of great danger. He shows us that it's possible to dream big, even if your dreams seem impossible. So if you're ever feeling down, just remember Aenar Targaryen. He's the guy who showed us that anything is possible if you just believe in yourself. History and bibliography. Aenar Targaryen was born in the Valyrian freehold in the year 100 before conquest. He was a member of House Targaryen, one of the most powerful and wealthy families in Valyria. Aenar's father was Aegon Targaryen, and his mother was Valyna Velaryon. Aenar had two sisters, Rhaena and Elena. Aenar was a dragonlord, which meant that he was a member of a select group of people who were able to control dragons. Aenar was the master of Balerion the Black Dread, one of the largest and most powerful dragons in history. In the year 102 before conquest, Aenar's daughter Daenerys had a dream about the doom of Valyria. Daenerys' dream warned of a terrible disaster that would destroy Valyria. Aenar believed Daenerys' dream, and he decided to move the Targaryen family to Dragonstone, an island off the coast of Westeros. Aenar and his family arrived on Dragonstone in the year 100 before conquest. They were the only dragonlords to survive the doom of Valyria. Aenar ruled as Lord of Dragonstone until his death in the year 92 before conquest. He was succeeded by his son Gaemon Targaryen. Aenar Targaryen is a relatively minor character in the history of Westeros. However, he played a crucial role in the survival of House Targaryen. Aenar's decision to move the Targaryen family to Dragonstone saved them from the doom of Valyria, and it laid the foundation for the Targaryen dynasty that would rule the Seven Kingdoms for centuries. Aenar Targaryen, the dork who saved the Targaryen dynasty. Aenar Targaryen was a pretty weird guy. He was a dragonlord who believed in dreams. He was the kind of guy who would wear a cape and carry a sword, even though he didn't need either one. But that's what made Aenar Targaryen so great. He wasn't afraid to be himself, even if he was a little bit weird. And it was Aenar's weirdness that saved the Targaryen dynasty. You see, Aenar's daughter Daenerys had a dream. She dreamed of a terrible disaster that would destroy Valyria. Aenar believed Daenerys' dream, and he decided to move the Targaryen family to Dragonstone. 12 years later, Aenar's dream came true. The doom of Valyria destroyed the entire freehold. But the Targaryens were safe on Dragonstone. Aenar Targaryen was a dork, but he was also a visionary. He saw the danger that was coming, and he took steps to protect his family and his legacy. Thanks to Aenar Targaryen, the Targaryen dynasty survived the doom of Valyria. And thanks to Aenar Targaryen, the Targaryens eventually conquered Westeros and ruled the Seven Kingdoms for centuries. So next time you're feeling down, just remember Aenar Targaryen. He's the guy who showed us that anything is possible if you just believe in yourself. Bibliography. The World of Ice and Fire, The Untold History of Westeros and the Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin and Elio M. Garcia Jr. and Linda Antonsen. Fire and Blood, A History of the Targaryen Dynasty by George R.R. Martin. A Song of Ice and Fire by George R.R. Martin. Game of Thrones by David Benioff and D.B. Weiss. Powers and abilities. Aenar Targaryen was a powerful dragonlord. He was the master of Balerion the Black Dread, one of the largest and most powerful dragons in history. Aenar used his power and wisdom to help the Targaryens establish themselves in Westeros, and he laid the foundation for the Targaryen dynasty that would rule the Seven Kingdoms for centuries. Aenar's powers and abilities included the ability to control dragons, the ability to fight with a sword, the ability to lead and command. Aenar was a wise and shrewd leader. He was also a powerful warrior. Aenar used his power and wisdom to help the Targaryens establish themselves in Westeros, and he laid the foundation for the Targaryen dynasty that would rule the Seven Kingdoms for centuries. Aenar Targaryen, the Dragon Master. Aenar Targaryen was a pretty badass dude. He was a dragonlord who could control dragons with his mind. He could make them breathe fire, fly, and fight. Aenar's dragons were his most powerful weapons. They could burn down castles, destroy armies, and even kill gods. Aenar used his dragons to conquer Westeros. He flew over the Seven Kingdoms, burning everything in his path. The people of Westeros were terrified of Aenar and his dragons. Aenar Targaryen was a conqueror, a tyrant, and a dragon master. He was one of the most powerful men in history. But Aenar Targaryen was also a dork. He wore a cape and carried a sword, even though he didn't need either one. He believed in dreams, and he was always talking about his dragons. But that's what made Aenar Targaryen so great. He wasn't afraid to be himself, even if he was a little bit weird. And it was Aenar's weirdness that made him so powerful. Because Aenar Targaryen wasn't just a dragonlord. He was a dreamer. He saw the future, and he was willing to do whatever it took to make it happen. Thanks to Aenar Targaryen, the Targaryen dynasty ruled Westeros for centuries. And thanks to Aenar Targaryen, the world of ice and fire is still a place of magic and wonder. Conclusion. So, there you have it. That's Aenar Targaryen, the dork who saved the Targaryen dynasty. He was a weird guy, but he was also a visionary. He saw the danger that was coming, and he took steps to protect his family and his legacy. Thanks to Aenar Targaryen, the Targaryen dynasty survived the doom of Valyria. And thanks to Aenar Targaryen, the Targaryens eventually conquered Westeros and ruled the Seven Kingdoms for centuries. So next time you're feeling down, just remember Aenar Targaryen. He's the guy who showed us that anything is possible if you just believe in yourself. But also, remember that it's okay to be a dork. In fact, it's probably better to be a dork than to be a boring normie. So embrace your inner dork and be proud of it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel for more videos about A Song of Ice and Fire and Game of Thrones. And remember, anything is possible if you just believe in yourself and if you're a little bit weird.
If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. I'll be here until next time.